Okay, I know you can't see me too well, but I wanted to talk to y'all right now, even if it is in half light, half not light. I gotta get somewhere where we can see each other better. Cause I know you can't do it this way. Hold on, let me see if I can turn on some light here. Can't find it. I'd probably do better. I don't know. Can't hardly tell too good. There it goes. All right. What I wanted to talk to y'all about right now was that you ever had the feeling sometimes that you'll be in a relationship and you swear you are doing good in that relationship, and the next thing you know, there'll be a moments when you think about what would life be like if you weren't with them, and you hate doing that because you feel guilty about it, you feel weird about it, you feel like you've sinned and done wrong. And I feel like you guys are, if you ever experience this, don't feel bad about it. Experience it in this way. Look at yourself and ask yourself, are you going through a rut? Are you going through a period of, I want to do something different with my life, but I don't know what that something is? If that's your case, then you need to start looking at life like it's not bad. It's not really all that bad. What it is that you go through a period of you don't know what to say or do because you feel lonely, you feel like maybe people don't understand you. Because I've been in a situation before I felt so terrible. I felt bad about what I did. And all I did was had these ideas of what would life be like if I was doing things differently. And you know me, I'm a 37-year-old country boy and I'm non-racist by no means. I wouldn't hurt nobody. But I've been done dirty how many times by how many people? Because people just think that guys like me are just dumb, stupid hicks or rednecks and we don't respect nobody. We do. I mean, I have my moments when people will accuse me of doing stuff that I didn't even do, and I have to defend myself to say, look, I may be what I am, but I'm trying to be good to everybody. So if you don't like me to be me, shut up. Don't bring it up. You're getting me mad because you think that you're better than me because you happen to have something going on in your life that I don't have. And you know what? If you can't listen to what I'm saying, I'm telling you, people will tell you up and down the board it's a sin to have these feelings. But if you're a man or a woman, you're going to have them. Because there are going to be times that you feel like you have to have fantasy worlds in your mind just to say, look, I'm bored. And I wonder what life would be like if I did something else in a fantasy version so I won't have to do it in real life and get my butt in trouble. But look, guys, don't believe the hype about the lies. People will make you believe that you're a total nothing and that people's opinions of you don't really have no importance except for the fact that they believe that their opinion is the only thing. So the only importance their meaning of you would be is that they think it's more important than anything else, even if it isn't. So I'm saying a lot of people will push their level of what they believe you're doing to be okay. Like if I told you you're a good man, then I'm trying to tell the truth. If you are. But if I said something about, well, I think you're a so-and-so, and my opinion really didn't mean nothing, then I might push the emphasis that it does mean more than anything else. And I'm not trying to be dirty. And I don't care if you people like me, hate me, or whatever. You just can't sit there and tell the whole world, why is it that you gotta be thinking you're more important than me when you haven't even lived one day in my shoes. You haven't seen the struggles I've been through in life. Every man, woman, and child, whether they want to believe it or not, has been through some struggles. And you know what? God put me through these struggles to tell me something that I need to see, where I need to be in life, and where I need to end up. You know, I scare myself sometimes because I have anxiety attacks, the kind you get from when you don't know whether to stay in a story or get out, but you don't want to say nothing because you're afraid everybody's going to take it that you wanted out before you even got started or before you could explain to them stuff. Look, folks, if you think I'm trying to tell you that I want something out of my life that I didn't say, that's another thing. Don't accuse somebody of doing something wrong based on what you heard someone say they did. Don't accuse someone of doing something wrong based on the fact that they did something differently. I've heard of men and women going through stories where the woman knew the man was not happy with what he was doing in life, so she gave him a decision to make, and it was the hardest thing for her to do, and knowing he didn't even want to make a decision because he didn't want to hurt no one's feelings. And you know what? Commitment is not a problem with me. It's just sometimes you wonder if your commitments you make, sometimes guys, put you in the position of saying, do I really want to stay in this story? And you know what? God's supposed to help you determine whether you're right or wrong for doing that. If you're wrong, then God will guide you to where you need to be. If you are wrong, He'll guide you where you need to be. But if you're wrong, He'll guide you to where you need to be based on, hey, you did wrong, and God's going to put you on the right path. If you did right, what you're saying is that your feelings is coming from a higher power telling you, get out, for it's too late. And if you're wrong for those feelings, then God's going to say, son, get back where you were. Don't be straying from what you had going on, because if you do, you're going to wish you had just left it like it was. I love you people, and I wouldn't want to hurt nobody for nothing in the world. But look, even if you say you're in a relationship, if you are, and you say that there's no one for you but that person, that doesn't mean that you don't have your moments when you look at it like, what would my life be like if I was in a different position? And that's not saying that you're not faithful to that other person. It's just, it happens. It slips in your mind. If it didn't, you wouldn't be human. Stop trying to convince yourself that each man, woman, or child that ever did this mess is wrong, because pretty much you want to believe that they're wrong because you want to say that you can justify what they're doing as bad by saying it's bad. If it was so bad, then why the world does people do it anyway? I mean, you look at me like I'm wrong for what I'm saying because you didn't even get to find out what kind of man I was before you started talking like this. If you knew me like you say you did, you wouldn't have had to talk to me like this. And you would at least say, okay, dude, you've got your issues going on and you need to get them straight. Yes. And I'm not telling you you're right or you're wrong. I'm just saying, look, stop all this talk about what you believe you're doing wrong and look at it as in, is it really wrong or isn't it? Okay? Every decision you ever make in your life, make sure you're satisfied with it before you move on. Every decision you make in your life, make sure that it's the right one. Make sure that you don't screw yourself up, excuse my language, mess yourself up, and then find out, wow, I got nothing in my life anymore because I said the wrong thing. Don't say things that you'll regret, is what I'm saying. I've seen too many people do it. They thought they were in a rut, and they found out they weren't in a rut, and they got themselves in trouble for saying things they shouldn't have said. So from now on, folks, make your decisions be what you and God agree on. If you're supposed to stick with what you got, relationship-wise, stick with it. If you're supposed to move on, move on. If you have moved on and you wonder if the new thing is a better thing, I can't say whether you're right or wrong. I'm not the judger. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. But I will say, do what you feel is right. And make sure what is right is what God and you have agreed on. What you and God and Jesus agree on. Don't sit there and tell me, you just gave a bad message. No. I just said that there are some things that make us human for thinking of it. If we didn't think it, we wouldn't be human, whether it's right or not. God will determine that and put you where He belongs. Humans can't judge humans. And if you try to, you're going to go downhill. So remember that. Thank you. God bless you. And I'm sorry if it sounds bad what I just said, but you know what? In all due honesty, I wasn't trying to talk bad. I was just saying that you get things on your mind and you have to find out whether it's right or not by talking to God and Jesus and finding out the truth. All right. God bless you.